there you go. He's not going fast. He's on his own. Aww. I'm guessing he hasn't got any at the minute. I think he's going to go up there. Yeah, this is the one that was stopping at Bromsgrove. I know. They're going through a red signal. Interesting. That's going southward and one's coming up this way. I wonder if he's turning up there. How did he go through a red limit?
Hopefully we can see it perfectly alright. Hello guys, a little close today, but I'm trying to make room as possible. We're doing a relook at the Intercity HST in British Rail Intercity blue and yellow livery in the 1960s, well, mid-1970s, and we have a relook at it because I only just got this today. It's a replacement of the old one, and I haven't run it in. I only tested to make sure it works. It does. And obviously this is basically the same as the original. So I'm not going to tell you too much, but the history is it was built in the 1970s, 1976, and the high speed was, as I said before, built in Derby. Built in the 1970s, British Rail BR TMRSB, which is the locomotive division, or what they call them. Derby in BR era, called 225, which is what the castle's now got a nickname of. It's 225. The high speed record of 2007. In 1983, GNR and many northern services, East Coast and many other livery, Class 43, Intercity specs, top speed 125 mile an hour or 200 kilometers an hour. These particular pair in 1976, the highest speed of 238 kilometers an hour to 148 miles per hour. However, the prototype reached of a high speed in 1960 was 161.1 miles an hour, I think, something on that line, made by Product Range and a few other working with him. So, enough story about the prototype, the real life type HST, and we'll go on straight to the train itself now. I'm not going to make too much. I'm not going to go over it too much because obviously we have reviewed it a few years ago. It wasn't that long ago. So first things first, we've got the basic instructions how to lubricate your train, from locomoting the axles and the little cogs. Only need a small amount. You need a really tiny amount, like a pin-sized drop of oil. That's all you need. So that's all you need for the motor, and probably maybe some powered oil for the training car as well, making sure the axles are not squeaking. Powered fans option. This one does not have power fans. If I believe, it's not have power fans. Some do, but most of them do not have power fans. Unless it's the newer models, then yes, it could have working power fans. However, I am not going to say this one does, because obviously it's a prototype, not the new modern updated ones. I will show you some of the weekend. Well, I actually got a model rally video, a couple of model rally videos for you, coming up very soon. Probably either tomorrow or the weekend. I've got a model rally video coming up for that. So here we go. The BR British Rail Intercity W4055, and it says guard on the side, which if you want to see a more depth video, I will do a proper depth video coming up in a few weeks time. I know we've got some bits to do on the railway, and it's been months since I last made a more video. I've been busy studying and other things I've been doing, that's why. And for anyone new to my channel, why am I only joining us? Because me and my mum and I went out to my lesson this morning. It's been pouring rain all day and I've been drenched in my day clothes. So I changed out of it, got some of my PJs on and just deal with it. Not ideal for a video, I know, but it's necessary at times like that. So this is the BR Intercity HST in blue and yellow livery with open doors with the BR British Rail logo, and obviously she is a stunner from the handles, and she has 3 working lights coming towards you and 2 red LEDs going away from you, and she does have a cab light coming forwards, and these are the upgraded version. And why do I say that? Let me just lift my hand up. Where's the broken one? Now this is the one that Pullman. What is that? Oh, the Pullman. Whoops, not that one. But I will do a little comparison actually while I'm here with her. This one, my most expensive locomotive, £405 for this one, £360. So in comparison, looking side by side, they are really different. Obviously the Pullman has got working power fans, and this one's called Grange Derby 1930s to 1999. And if this thing's flashing, it is flickering because of, obviously it's giving me light, but this camera's quite old, so that's why it's flashing every now and then. So she will go back up and she'll be running very soon with her actual train on the railways very soon. As for now, we'll run her in as she is, and we'll probably get her proper train running soon with her. Just today, I just got her today, and I had to put some more on the bearings because she is very noisy when she runs. And there's a little bit of the windows falling out already. That does happen during transit, but she'll be safe here because obviously she'll be up with her actual train very soon. Yeah, that is the power car. This weighs probably about 300 grams on average, so it's quite a lot of weight into this one unit. All-wheel drive, centered around the motor, going down each bogie, and obviously at the top end she's got working lights which comes with spring contacts with the chairs underneath the unit, and it powers the lights. So that's the power car. And this is the train car. This is my, as I said before, she is my replacement for the other one, which I'm going to be showing you in another video, because obviously Tom couldn't fix the previous one because the part wasn't in. So obviously this is my replacement for that unit. And yeah, she is a little noisier, and she is a little bit, well, I'd like to say she's a little bit fussy. She's a little bit unfiddly and looking at the wheels. And yeah, there's a little bit of resistance there. That one seemed to be very taut. But at the same time, she's a little bit too taut on one end over the other. But overall, she's not bad. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change the camera around, get you down onto track level, and we'll see her go around. And then maybe towards the end of the video we'll get her pulling her train. But first we need to connect these two track pieces together. Apparently this is not gonna stick properly. When the track's pinned down, it will work better. So I'm going to take you off the camcorder tripod, and I will get you down to track level where you can see the train. And don't worry about the upcoming changes to the track line, because the track has been cleaned yesterday, so everything is being changed. I'm going to take you off the stand of the tripod itself. So let me just get her some power. And most of this running session will be mainly just see how she gets on. Got her connected. She's on. There you go. She's a little noisy, as I said. What's making her derail so much? I can change parts of her easy enough. It's because I had her going in one direction. She should be alright doing this one now. I have oiled her on the power car. What I'm going to do is change it around so that way the train car can be at the back. What's wrong with this one? She is an easy derail train car, but once she gets in the moving position, she'll be fine. And she'll pull her train once we've got her run in. So yes, she is a replacement for the other one. Can she handle higher speeds? She's got power there if she needs it. Obviously, I'm not going to let her run around the layout right now because obviously her track, or this track needs to be pinned and properly laid down properly before I can get her running at a much natural speed for her, which will be 125 miles an hour. But for now, we're just going to bring her up to a steady speed, about 50 miles an hour in the scale speed, just to let her motor warm up and fade in a bit. But it might be her first time running in about a few years. But obviously she is bedding in now nicely. It's taken a little while because I've fiddled the oil a bit because there's some dry grease on it. I put some fresh EW40 oil, which is the best stuff I use in my model area. So I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to get some different camera shots and end it off and with the coaches maybe and do a full running session tomorrow. You know what, we'll do that actually later tonight. If I've got time this evening, I might do a quicker video on my phone to do a full intercity video. Just a 10-minute one. This is just an re-unboxing of the intercity updated version one. This is all this is about today. And obviously, she just needs to run in for about half an hour. Let her smoothly run in. And you can let her run in either direction, as long as the training car on this end doesn't derail as she goes around the track. You should be okay. It sounds pretty smooth now. I think whatever it caused it is taken away. The motor is pretty smooth. And she needs a bit of love, which is good. But I'm going to do so just a quick piece of it. Off my bum. Yeah. I want to show you quickly something on the older car, which is my older one, and half the letters have gone off with it. But I want to show you something because I think this is important to mention to anyone who has an in-city HST. Watch when I the others in-city, it doesn't have now I want you to see, I'll bring it round down the front, this side, and watch what happened. See this one? The front one, this is, ooh, yeah, that's how she squeaks, okay? Now, I'm going to bring her towards you, and this newer one has got, this is the older power car at the back, and basically, if you look at those two there, they'll go flying, because obviously, two power cars towards each other. They have two power cars in order, and obviously, when she comes, she could go really fast. And obviously that's about a scale speed about 80 miles an hour, which is pretty impressive. I'm going to turn it back to the training car because obviously she's going to go back into, she's basically a backup power car if I need her, but I'm not going to take that away from her because obviously this version, the newer version, is basically a much better version because if I show you the lights quickly, the directional ones, I'm going to show you them as they're on. I don't know if I can have them on out. There we go. See the lights? I'm going to turn the light off. There we go. That's the newer model. Let me just take that off. And I'll put the power car on, the older one. No, she's not coming, she's coming towards you. Let me just push her away a little bit. That's her. This is the power car again, the older one. I just want to show you the lights on this one. Look, she's got only the 2 working directional lights instead of the 3, which I think is more common with the 3 than there is the 2. But I have noticed in castles in the Midland Coleman has got. So these 2, this one, the older one, has only 2 working directional lights with the cab light, but with this one, it has the 3 working lights coming toward you, and there's the 2 reds going away. So let's put them on again. I'm just going to move it out of the way a little bit so you guys can see her personally better. I just want to show you again. So yeah, there's the 3 come towards you and the 2 going away. So yes, that's the difference with these 2 trains. They are almost identical, but one is a richer yellow, one's more a pale yellow. So let's get that out of the way. Look at the colour difference. They're almost a little bit richer in the older one, but it's a more pale yellow on the newer one. That's really odd. So I'm going to let it go around for a little short time and transfer the last battery over for the running part of the train. Overall, she's pretty much the same in most aspects of things, so that is now back. So I think the only thing we can do now is get her coaches on and do a full run over the weekend. Let's get her coaches back on. I'm sure she'll love that. Right, okay, let's change battery over and we'll bring her back down to the water station. She can go. She does break away from that noise. What's that noise? That is that's the commentator makes that noise, and it's to do with the motor, or the ring, with basically the drive-through motor they have in the new models. Basically, in the older models, they have they basically have a lot of coaches. Back in the old times, they used to have a system with that when they had a lot of different situations appearing on the old in-city HSTs with glass panels of the light cluster breaking. They had a lot of issues with bulbs going. They had a few issues, but overall these trains were unstoppable for the most part. Once they got going and they got up to their high speeds, there was nothing to stop them once they get going. And obviously they could easily still outstrip the Javelins, the 802s. I think given a chance, these could still outstrip them without any issue at all. And that's because in their design and when they were being made, the HSTs were designed to stand at much a higher frequency of high speed over older trains could never hold. Here she comes. Really had it. It's bound to happen at some point, isn't it? Hopefully she'll hold it better than the last one did. I'm looking at it comes into that square. She will have problems probably down the line. Let's get a couple of them. I'll get a jump in a second. This will be yeah, she's too out already. Well, can you bring her back down to the front? Bring it down the front. And go with her better down here because it means I don't have to move over things. Bring it down as much as possible. That bogey on the back does not want to play ball. This one in the middle is the restaurant car, or the buffet. First is the front, standard is the back with the lights working. Obviously, if I put her original power car at the back, she'll probably help it along. Doesn't seem to like it very much. But let's come around anyway. I'm going to pick up her speed a little bit. You can drive yourself around. Mainly today, she's the one just having a little run, just to her train, her proper train. Don't worry, the other HTs will come out over the weekend. Maybe not, see what happens. Always the same. But this train does have its flaws for a reason. I mean, these are more budget type coaches. But at the same time, there's a lot of issues in general of trains, any models that you're in. At some point or other, they're gonna crash, or they could have issues because of track issues. The intercities can have their flaws, but I think, yeah, we'll stick with the intercity. I don't think we need to have the other end at the moment. The wheels might need a good clean, that's probably what else making them slip, but spin her around. It's this back bogey here. I'll put the intercity back. At least she's working, which is a good thing. I'm going to do a jump and get her coupled up. This one side's better than the other, and the high side's probably work better in this way. Let's put her this way and see what happens. Here she comes. This one's pretty strong. I'm not going to let her go any faster at the moment. We've got her train, so this will particularly come out of London Paddington or London international station at popular friendlies, and sometimes a rare occasion they would come into King's Cross station to do mainly King's Cross to Glasgow run, but generally they did Canton up to Inverness, runs to Melford and now. What's happened there? The wires come undone. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to do a little jump and we'll go back into the video. Normally, let's start the video. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back. He's done pretty steady, which is quite nice. And this is the light I'm sticking to until I get my own place. So you might be extended eventually, but not for a while. So this video is mainly picture and colour, not the other way. So we've got quite an interesting video. Probably in 2 weeks actually. But you know, Saturday might be a good one to run for those of you. I don't know, I guess you tested with some of the other videos earlier. But I'm going to end it here, guys. I decided it wasn't going to be a particularly long video today. I didn't want to do a 2 hour video. I just wanted to do a half an hour to an hour video and that'd be it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little the unboxing of the Trail Inteercity HST iconic new issue is. It's going to be an interesting relationship, so I hope it's a long one to learn. Yeah. Until then, I will be on Thursday with the shorts or the classes. Until then, have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you on Thursday for the next video. Peace. And look, because country ain't too much out of one of the castles that.